that you are excited too. Before I begin with the show officially, I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who came out for us last Saturday for the Serwaa Amihere Foundation's charity event. You guys were amazing, all sorts of amazing, and we had a very good time, you know, to all those who contributed either in monetary terms, in kind, whichever way, your presence, your support. Many of my colleagues came to help us. God bless you so much. We're able to impact about 800 lives on Saturday. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. God willing, we go again next year and we do it bigger and certainly better. You're officially welcome to the show. I am Serwaa Amihere. It's always a pleasure to come your way every morning here on the show. I know that you usually will see me on a Thursday and Friday, but this week I told you last week that I'm with you all week till the end of the week. And so I'm happy to be here. Today, 3 days to Christmas, but we'll start easing into the Christmas mode from tomorrow. You know, but today we'll have our final round of quote-unquote serious conversations. And so please, let's do it together like we always do. We'll bring you our quote of the day, our word of the day, our video of the day. We'll bring you inside out, have other conversations, tell you what's in the newspapers. And then my guests will join me. We'll get into the conversations and then we'll talk about other things before we wrap up the show. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. If you know anyone who is celebrating their birthday, please wish them a happy birthday as well. Welcome to the show. Let's begin with our quote of the day. Today's quote is by Bill Clinton, and he says, if you live long enough, you make mistakes, but if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. If you live long enough, you make mistakes, but if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. That means that mistakes are bound to happen. At my age, I have made several mistakes. I know that you have as well. We always pray to God for long life, right? But just know that you are bound to make mistakes. But you will learn from them. And when you learn from them, you definitely will become a better person. And that's our quote of the day. Let's now bring you our word of the day. Lorraine.
Today's word is an exotic one. Listen, Paroxysm. Paroxysm. It's a noun. Paroxysm is a sudden, strong feeling or expression of an emotion that cannot be controlled. Let's exemplify it. It's Christmas week. There is a paroxysm of excitement in the air. Paroxysm.
And that is our word of the day. Let's now bring you our video of the day. morning here on GHOne television, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas in advance. I hope that you've started enjoying. Please relax and enjoy. Life isn't that serious, you know. We are the ones who really make life so unbearable sometimes, but take each day as it comes. You know, that's really how you should treat this life, because if not, you're just going to stress yourself, and when you die, people will come and enjoy at your funeral. I can tell you that for free. You're welcome back. It's now time for Inside Out. So this morning, I'm joined by Ibrahim Al-Hassan. He is the editor, political editor for the EIB network. IB, good morning. Whose birthday was Saturday, by the way. Belated happy birthday to you, IB. God bless you so much for all that you do for all of us. You know, God really bless you, and bless you with more wisdom and knowledge. So this morning we're talking about chiefs because there is a proposed amendment to the Chieftaincy Act. And that amendment is to include Queen Mothers in the formal sittings of the Regional and National House of Chiefs. However, the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei II has rejected that call. And I know that there are some people who are going to, you know, play the gender card, because the proposers of these amendments talk about equity, gender equity, and gender equality to give women a seat at the table, you know, as we like to term it. But the Otumfuo Osei II says that Queen Mothers play a very crucial role. They do. They have always played a very crucial role when it comes to even king making. Exactly. They are the king makers, right? Exactly. You know, to a very large extent. They are consulted in diverse ways. Exactly. Their role is deep-rooted in culture and history. Once you try to change that, you change culture, you change tradition. Let's listen to Otumfuo Osei II.
There was a man Ghana for who say. I didn't was a money per who say, as no piano and money. Obian to be up a bian, she sent Rebia as national and ever Fraubia. Yahini by any answer said by Uncle. Obi or baby to the uncle. It is statutory, you know, Mamun Shayan, Obian, Kofa, Bamun, and Crater Biam, giant one. Santimem, Yama, Menam, you will to me, Yania, Yanan, Motetin, Fia Hanani, to me, the ma woman's woman from a woman, a war. A debuny and Nidiama woman. On the word to me, so ye in a cry, any attain or banny ye, as I never. Now she had the answer said, yeah, mammy, will you read what to a foot or to or Puma bet you are no coffee and or cancer? Sunny and she said, yeah, she asked Antimaya, I know that you all can. Where I attain I and now for 7 cratas and yeah, money no. Creation of regional house of Chinia and yeah, near mania. It will be on Fakata, be and free baby, and Emeka Bibi and Fatabian chair. Obi or baby was one to dear Jabia, only Nadia. Yes, so yes, he dinner, dear. Yes, you are the uncle. Monfamfra, and Nasha, that you will be a free baby, will be free not to be free. Any want any amania sick, Nasamokasa Muye wholesaler there. Memma will be a fine or Ghana have once some money and that. Memma Kwanza. And I mean, a young Camobian Constitution of Boy and the institution of chieftaincy, together with the traditional councils as established by customary law and usage, is hereby guaranteed in the Constitution. Your customary usage, say any Sante, Mamata, say near Fadrin, near Mamma to an Eka. I will. That's what we're taught to a crowd, will be made away there, and Yama Mania and Yan no Constitution, paying national. It's clearly specified there. But why you know, call them mammy to fear or Nakabi of a cabia. Come on in a mammy talk about beer, Masuka and mammy cabby, Dabbing him and mammy cabia. No Babby Draw were 2 to 3 and they are beton and a man for a bumano. Sanity, your quite antimony, woman to be, woman never. Mutie me mukofia wo tufu se nana ye ko asma ne ye kan say next time mukwa say na tie ya hihye no ne dia ne so yi nipa no amane no obi kuro mo ntesa na no nkyerɛ sɛ wotaw ne atwo krata bia de brɛ sɛ yese ɛno so firi hefa untime nsesa mamane me ne sante hene mitumi am de kyekyere masantema me mo bia nsesa ne nsesa ne kyerɛ da ɛne wo sɛ mo me yɛte ase we are money and Yadibu Yamawa. For him and the Unipa, we unipa you the man paying for no paying for so the air, and no, the chef here, what you are Sante Ma, what to maintain, or make General Santiman Casada. As one who to me say, remember, what to me say, you are bringing him. As well as Santiman Mabacasa. Debbie, we drew what there was a memano, Munamuni Parono, Monfaranam Nanenka. Yasantia Manem. Enti ya say wo bedada ye maamenom ye ne ekohia ye ne omu nyina na dwere ye bibia nanso wo wie so otemachi na afi mema ye ne ye kokan ase bia ye ne akofia akodwan ki me pet emra register lawyer me da sia so obeka say ye nye se trotro ne ma basa ekọ ho amo pem mfa me de mfa ma ha ye mo be ji atumu bia ba ha metwam me mfa nya adwuma and a Montias. Santimanco, Yamanianco, customary law and usage as pertains in the traditional is guaranteed. Yet the ano said the city as an ano. Ubizo, I also wanted there or pest will be one year. My Santimamu dear, as Santima to me was Kajako Dro there, Menshishanko, and no Yamonashan house of Jesus. And then Mammy cook, me mamma could be quite say I tried to assess that you did a mamma. Me ba said the emra ye be near Shiaka, and I say your customary law and usage need ye were hot and Sasa. Satu tray it is at the air and Sasam, a Ramu, when near Beha near bedroom home. And they start to trade in a non creature in it. House went to creature in it. And the house went to be more mine in it. Regional house being what to me so bomb mine and as well creative mine. It is there will be a for 2 minutes for share regional house. There's a research committee, national house. A year first, a intra. Mamusi area when they will be near Bishma Mama register. Research committee. Munyan Freeman and it's a just had a dinner be about a microphone be bought for the dinner be real more. Moment in now. Namunye. Eti lawyer me da se asem me ka asem nhwem no mahwemu. And ye de no no. Ya so say. And na say wo for ye tia na obi register ya adwese ya transfer no kwa and lawyer ya fa no ye na ye choose na na ma wo ne tua ne ka. So we so na so nya ye na ye betua ne ka. Mempe. Achamenti me so and the na me de mogu amome to aso ne yankie me me pese wo ho say yantia say yan man ya man yanko ye hihye yanko National House of Chiefs ne ni tumi wo me so ha and sa me memo jai ha ba ne so ya transant me na ba pa wo me chie nyina
ana ko ko le kasa that's it.
Well, so that's the Asante Otumfo say to the second. And the man is visibly angry or unhappy about the subject matter.
Exactly.
You know, IB and I were just having a discussion.
Yeah.
I am not particularly or 100% opposed to the Asante Hene's, stance.
Exactly.
He makes a very strong case for tradition.
Exactly.
He makes a very strong case for the role that women play, that they are the kingmakers. Exactly. We know that I am an Ashanti woman.
Exactly.
So, and I know a lot of queen mothers. I know them, Mampo Hima, I know the Ejiso Hima. I know
you are a Kente queen yourself.
Exactly. So, I go to my hometown a lot. I come from Serwaa. So, I kind of know the tradition a bit. Yeah. But my question is, what does it take away, or what harm does it cause if the women join the regional and the national house? What does it take away? Like
That's a good question, Serwaa.
SABB.
Yes, it's a very good question, and you are right in saying that the Asantehene Otumfuo to the second looks visibly upset, and he issued a number of threats as well.
Yes,
especially the concluding part.
Yes,
right. So, for time immemorial, this has been the status quo. The women who become queen mothers are the lead individuals when it comes to who should be a chief in many traditions, including the Akan tradition. So Otumfuo is right in saying that his nomination was spearheaded by a woman. Right. He was vetted by a woman. And I remember when the contest was between him and then Adjuma Prempeh. Right. Right, the former KMA mayor. And then he eventually got the nod. So in Akan setting, that's exactly what happens all the time. Unfortunately, we are seeking to merge tradition with democracy. Unfortunately, we are seeking to merge tradition with democracy. See, tradition is never democratic. Not in my culture, so obviously not in your culture, and not in any culture that I know. So when you come to Africa, tradition is monarchical. So it's not just in Africa. When you go to England, what is said about the monarchy is the fact that the monarchy is not democratic. And the monarchy will never be democratic. That's how come when the royal family gives birth, there is a standby code that chooses who is the heir apparent. So the UK kingdom might love Mr. A or Mr. B. But the tradition demands and dictates who become the heir apparent. It's codified. It's not democratic. It will never be democratic. Unfortunately, that's the problem we find ourselves in today with the proposal we are making. We are seeking to make the traditional chieftaincy system democratic. And our argument is very solid, that women should not just be seen, they must be heard. Right. It should not remain at they choosing who should be a chief or a king. It should be that when the chiefs and the kings are taking decisions, women show up. Right. And then they are heard. Now, there's a challenge. The challenge is what has existed. Okay. The solution is a simple one. People might not have paid attention. You know, there's always been a proposal for a third chamber or a second chamber. Right, so there's parliament. Right. And the proposal is that we should have a second chamber that will oversee the work of parliament. If we really want to pacify the two, and I'm talking about the traditional settings as it is today, and then women and their right of representation, we should consider the second chamber, which will then be democratic. Because the regional and the national House of Chiefs as they exist, are not democratic. And that's what Otumfuo is talking about. And given the position Otumfuo has taken, and this is supposed to be a regional, traditional, regional House of Chiefs meeting. And he makes the point that if government insists, right, he might cede his jurisdiction to himself, and then they will sit as Ashanti Traditional Council and take their own decisions, right? He also argues that they consult women. And of course, every chief has his council and an inner circle that is consulted. Of course, that council always has women representation. It always has women representation. So, like I said, this is a very beautiful dilemma. It's a beautiful debate. It will split heads as it has started. I was on a platform with a very known gender advocate who is in government today. And she exclaimed when the story dropped there. She exclaimed that, what? Right? So that's basically the challenge that we will have to confront moving forward. But I can tell you that this will not happen. So,
when you say this will not happen, that women will not be allowed
to be part of the regional House of Chiefs and then the National House of Chiefs, there will be a compromise. But the compromise will be probably the creation of a second chamber, which will be the creation by a governance structure. So it will be populated by men and women who are chiefs. So that's where we might get to. But not to dilute what exists. I don't see that happening. I kid you not.
You know, I don't like the timing of this because everybody's busy planning for Christmas and in a very relaxing mode. So I don't think we're going to get a lot of people really speak up on this for now. Yeah. But I really hope that it doesn't die out. That by the time conversation is a good one. That when we're done with all of these holidays and the Christmas and everything, we can have a proper conversation. So that, like you said, there's a compromise. Yeah. What really is on my mind, I don't even want to say it. So, you know, I have a position. I know I have a position on this one, but I also think that I have not been convinced enough on why
the women should not be
on it. You know, I get it that tradition isn't democracy, and it can never be. Yes. And the Otumfuo, as a lawyer himself, you know, he knows his stuff. He knows his law. Yeah. Was very, 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 very vocal about it. He doesn't seem to be changing his stance anytime soon. And he said that he will not allow anyone to change the tradition, especially of the Ashanti people. Yeah. And I can tell you that if you go to the Ashanti Kingdom today to conduct a poll, even the women themselves even the women themselves will agree. I agree. You know?
I agree.
But let's see.
And you know, we've also had, in fact, if you think this is tougher, right, wait till you hear the views of people from the northern part of the country as well.
Yes.
On this, right? I think it's an unwritten rule, right? It will take some time for us to push this back.
Because when will that happen? When will we continue to? I am not a feminist.
Oh no! Of course, I am not. In the strictest sense, no. You don't. In the strictest sense, you are also not a pretender. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I do not think that women should be given any special. What's the word I'm looking for? Treatment just because we are women. You know. I just don't want women to be maltreated because they are women. Exactly. But don't give women special treatment because they are women. It should be equal. It should be equal. Yeah. Because some men have also equally lost opportunities that they deserved before.
Because they are men.
Because they are men.
It's true.
You know, and anytime I say some of these things, they come for me, yes. But I never change my stance. You know, I never do. And I had the same position, for instance, when I was very upset, I called for the arrest of the man who was seen beating his wife. Yes. And I did the same when I saw a video of the woman beating a man alleged to be her boyfriend. And I was angry that the gender ministry didn't release a statement on that as they did to that of the woman. True. Because we are all equal. Men have feelings too. Men are supposed to be heard too. Yes. You know, so that's just, by the way, I'm just saying that to, you know, for context sake, that I am all for gender equality. Yeah. Like I said, I, however, have not been convinced enough on why women should not be allowed to join. I see Queen Mothers. I have interacted with a few of them, especially from the Ashanti Kingdom. Yeah. They are intelligent. Brilliant. The Mampohema, I don't know if you know.
I know. Very fair, and she's very popular.
Intelligent, speaks so well, is so smart. Yeah. They're Jesohema, Serwaa Hema, you know, and these are very fine brains. Yeah. But there's something that the Otumfuo said. He said, you know, they advise them all the time. They say they've never been seen speaking publicly. Yeah. But if they speak publicly, what will happen?
What will go wrong? It's tradition.
What will happen?
And it's not every tradition that is right. See, there are still some communities in this country where even political office, they don't think women should hold. So when parties are choosing their parliamentary candidate, they are conscious in the gender of their candidate, because there are some communities, they will not vote for you to become an MP just because you are a woman.
Which
and I kid you not. Oh, we know them. They exist. In fact, they are watching us right now. We know them, right?
But I feel like one day it's going to change.
Oh, yes.
Because
we have a vice president.
Yes, we have evolved so much. And I really want to hear the vice president's thoughts on this one. Because she is the first female vice president we've ever had.
That's true.
And and even the president's view, because the president is very big on championing and empowering women.
That's true.
And knowing that the president and the Otumfuo have a very good relationship, I really want to know his stance, on this and that of the vice president and all the the feminists.
Yes.
As for the feminists, you already know what they'll say. But,
but sometimes, especially
the
in
government.
Yeah,
yes, that's what I mean. I really want to hear what they will say. But Ivy, thank you so much.
You're welcome. But before I go, let me say congratulations to you. Many people are saying that December is not dirty, right? But you have brought smiles.
It's not dirty?
Yes, that's what they are saying, but I disagree.
Do you know they went to
I disagree. Exactly. Sold out. See, Busta Rhymes was in the country a few days ago. Sold out. Billy Man is coming. See, that's it.
You know everything that. Are you sure that December is not dirty?
I'm supposed to know.
It's not dirty for you. Yes.
So congratulations to you. You brought smiles on the face of many, many, many widows. And you do this year in, year out. And we say kudos to you. Because of you, many families will smile this Christmas. And so kudos.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors and our media partners. Yeah. They made this happen.
Definitely.
Because I wish that we had pictures, but tomorrow is there. We will show them the pictures. I couldn't have done this by myself. I own the foundation, or founded it with my sister.
Yes. Mommy.
Yes, we couldn't have done this on our own. It's impossible to feed and provide for over 800 women. Wow. Is not something that we could have done by ourselves. But we had a very great team. Beautiful. Like the sponsorship, they have been consistent every year. And if I may,
of course, mention
so there's Flora Tissues, they have been with me.
Yes.
I2 Development, Top Choco, Tango, Slim Right, Verna Mineral Water. So many people. If I forget your name, please, your brand, please forgive me. And we had friends donate money.
Wow.
We put out, even people that I don't know, so many people donated various sums of money to push this cause. So yes, we are the faces of it, but we had a very big force behind us. So thank you to everyone who donated. If you donated even 2 Ghana cedis to help the foundation, God bless you. Because of you, this happened. And Alice made the program happen.
Yes.
The team that I have, because I couldn't have
you could not have lifted a finger.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Alice, the leader of the team, Anita, Frank, Danny, and a few other people. Yeah. And then, of course, I had amazing support from my colleagues here.
Yes.
I know that you couldn't come, but last year you were there, and for very good reasons you couldn't be there. But Nadede was there, Vanessa was there, we see Dede, Mary. Mary is part of the team as well. She was there, Queen Esther.
Yes.
And
I'm told the CEO passed through.
Yes, of course, the CEO passed through. Emmanuel Jabin and my boys, Prince Asie, Echo, and then the editors. It was just everybody just came in to support, and so thank you all so much. God bless you. I'm very, very, very grateful. Anyway, that's it for the inside out segments. Tomorrow we'll bring you pictures and videos to show you how everything went down. Stay with me. Are the newspapers ready? If they are, let's have them. But before then, let's take a break. All right, you're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. My guests are here, but very quickly before we get into the conversation, let's do sports. Jones is here and he hasn't slept. He's hyped because he went to Mozama. Is it Mozama Disco or
Zama Disco? Yeah, man.
So
Black
there you are.
sacrifice.
The December is dirty for you.
Oh yeah, I was at the.
So you've dirtied yourself.
Oh, nothing has happened yet.
But so you've gone to every concert so far.
Not every. I was at.
Did you go for the boxing? Because the boxing match itself was a concert.
Oh, that one was sports. That one was sports.
But Shatawale was there.
Yes,
So it was
but
a mini
I didn't
concert.
dance when Shatawale was performing. It was just sport. I danced when he was performing at the Accra Sports Stadium. But then because I went for work on Saturday, I didn't dance.
So you are coming straight from the stadium?
No. I went home.
Have you bathed?
Yes, I have. I went home straight. Even we didn't have car, that's why, but it's all good. But Black Sharif is Black Sharif.
Oh, everybody loves Black Sharif.
Yeah.
I wish I could go, but I'm afraid of shows at stadiums.
Yeah.
You know, I like more enclosed spaces.
Yeah.
But as for Rapaholic,
No, you'll be there. Saturday was there this dawn.
Oh, as for Rapaholic, dear, come on.
yeah.
There's nothing that will make me miss
But
Rapaholic.
Ebo Noah.
Massa,
Okay,
please,
wait.
let's
What if we change the location to the Ark?
To do what?
So that the Rapaholic will be the Ark.
Some content creator has gotten up and is misbehaving and people think. We are going for Rapaholic.
Even if it rains.
In Kumasi, did you see the rain that
yeah.
people jammed? What are you talking about? This time it's even in a... Please, come what may, we are repping inside Rapaholic.
Nothing will stop you.
And so tonight, where are you going?
Oh, no.
You are tired.
Oh, Charlie, forest.
What
We'll go
about
to church. Hey, as an elder brother supporting
I knew
my
you were
food.
going to say that.
Me love man oge, Stone Boy. 24th.
Jones is just a baby at heart. You have no problems at all.
No. Oh, I have.
Beam is 24th.
Yes. Yeah.
As for Beam, I think I'll be there as well.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
I love Stoneboy. I love his music, his family. So I'm definitely going
But
to
what was your favorite Stone Boy song?
I have so many.
Wow.
I have so many. You know, I actually can sing more Stoneboy songs than Sarkodie's songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, you know, Sarkodie is strictly
rap.
I can't rap,
Yeah.
but I enjoy it so much. But Stoneboy songs, you know, he has this, I love his song, the one that he featured, he's featured so many international people. Manoji.
Yeah, Manoji Lo.
Yes,
Manoji
I love
Rango.
So many of them. You know, he has this High Life song as well. I love High Life a lot.
Yeah. Sobolo.
Soba. Yes.
So you'll be there?
Oh, yes. I can
It's
sing
back
so
to
many
back.
of Stoneboy. And Stoneboy is actually family.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, what's for sports?
Well,
Quickly.
we'll talk about boxing very soon. I'll start off with the Ghana Premier League because Aduana Stars were held to a 0-0 draw by Accra Suffolk. Karela United also beat Vision FC by 1-0. Samatex beat Bando Heart of Lions by a 1-0. Dreams FC 3, Brekum Chelsea 1. Nations FC beat Young Apostles by 1-0. And Hawaii United were home and lost to Biani Gold Stars. And of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be in action later this week. And let's head to the AFCON because CAF President Patrice Motsepe has revealed that the AFCON would now be played 4 years. Yes, so instead of the 2 years that we see, they're going to move it to 4 years, just like Europe. And he's also announced the Nations League. First of all, let's listen to him talking about the AFCON and then the Nations League.
We took a very important decision today, and I need
An AFCON, we might not see Ghana win an AFCON because it is now going to 4 years. But then there is going to be a Nations League. Well, here is the new prize money for the AFCON. This AFCON that is being played, Ghana is not part. But then the champion obviously gets 10. As well, and some big people from sports were also there. Let's finally end off with the English Premier League because Manchester United lost again. But then before that, Newcastle and Chelsea played out a 2-2 draw. Antoine Semenyo scored again, a brilliant goal, but they were held to a 1-1 draw by Burnley. Brighton, Hove Albion and Sunderland settled for a 0-0 draw. Man City trashed West Ham 3-0. And Erling Haaland surpasses Ronaldo's all-time goal scoring mark for Manchester United. So Erling Haaland scored 2 goals in that game for West Ham United. Wolves were at home and lost to Brentford by 2-0. Mohamed Kudus' Spurs also lost to Liverpool by 2-1. Everton were beaten by Arsenal by 1-0. Leeds United surprisingly beat Crystal Palace 4-1. Aston Villa also beat Manchester United yesterday 2-1. Tonight, there's Fulham up against Nottingham Forest. And here's how the table is looking like. Arsenal on top with 39 points. City second with 37. Aston Villa third with 36. Chelsea are fourth with 29. Liverpool are fifth with 29. And then, of course, Sunderland have moved to the sixth place with 27 points. Manchester United lies seventh with 26 points. And because of time, that's how we leave it for now. Do join us for the game with Monica and Joel at exactly 1 p.m. And for our radio folks, well, Star Sports Digest on Star 103.5 FM. Let's link up at any of the concerts. So
Are you sure you've bathed?
I went home. If not, I would have come the street. And there's so much traffic at GHOne.
I'm told
Yeah,
that
so much
people
traffic.
had to stay.
And they turned out for
I've seen videos. I would have gone, but for my show this morning because I love Blacko's music as well. I can sing a lot of them.
And you know
my
because it
favorite
was
song?
no.
Buddy. Did you sing it yesterday?
Yeah, he brought some girls with some oil. Hey, the things we saw this dog. But my favorite song is Sacrifice. And you know, because it was at GHOne, the students.
I can imagine.
So and because it was late, around 8, everyone had to be sacked.
In the morning?
8 p.m.
8 p.m., right.
Yeah, so we had to line again, queue in and come because some boys wanted to do some things.
Right.
Know. But then it was fun. It was fun.
Congratulations to Black Sharif. And
we'll be there. See you at Beam. Rapaholic there is for.
But I think Kojo has a show. As well.
Amplified or something.
Yeah. I love Kojo because I love High Life. So baby. Anyway, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Stay with me. After the break, my guest will join me. We'll get into the conversation. This is GH Today. welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa. Amihere. It's time for the breakfast review. I'm joined in the studio by Dr. Dixon Adumakukisi. He's former member of parliament for the Anyaso-Utum constituency. Doc, good morning. And Niche Mabila Alamzi is MP for Chiana Paga. We are waiting for Richard Suma. He's a member of the Movement for Change. I thought they changed to United Party, right? Anyway, okay, you're both welcome to the show. Before we get into the conversation, for those of you who love to talk a lot, talk to your loved ones, talk to your family, you use MTN. MTN has got something for you. Prepare for the upgraded experience of MTN Free After One, and that is MTN Free After One Extra. Now, let me tell you what the extra is all about. With MTN Free After One Extra, you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minutes of every 10 minutes that you talk, which means that for every 10 minutes you talk within the hour, you only pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 minutes straight with no interruptions. You like what you hear? Well, as if that's not enough, you also get 50 megabytes of data for free after your first call daily. So you see, it's now time to talk extra with all the people you love. To subscribe to MTN Free After One today, just dial *550#. I repeat, *550# and follow the prompt. If you want pure Ghanaian gold that is crafted into eternal elegance, your go-to place is Gold Board Jewelry. They have branches across the country. Well, in two regions, in Accra and Kumasi. In Accra, they have a store inside the Diamond House, Kimbu Road, Accra, Osu Oxford Street, Otele Avenue in East Legon, Marina Mall, Spentex, Community 11, Tema, Ampoma Arcade in Kumasi, Prempeh International Airport in Kumasi as well. And, I'm sure that you guys did not miss the GT Bank concert. But on the 26th of December, which is just 4 days away, the Joyful Way Incorporated will be having the Explosion of Joy 2025 themed More Like Jesus. You definitely do not want to miss it. It's happening at the Makers House Chapel International Destiny Arena. The tickets are selling for 150 Ghana cedis single, 250 double, and 600 cedis for a family of 5. Joining the Joyful Way Incorporated are Joe Metal, Kofi Owusu Pepra, Kese Brimpong, Ife Grace, and Charles Pettengo. Also, Star Life Assurance is celebrating their 20th anniversary. And as part of the celebration, they're celebrating 20 Days of Giving campaign. All you have to do is to join the excitement on Star Life social media pages. Follow, like, share, and take part in the daily challenges and giveaways. You could win amazing shopping vouchers and be part of Star Life's big anniversary celebration. So don't miss out. Follow Star Life Assurance on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and be a part of the 20 Days of Giving. And as we celebrate 20 years of care, 20 years of trust, and 20 years of securing your tomorrow. All right, gentlemen, good morning once again. You're welcome to the show. How's it going?
Well, I think I have to give season's greetings to the entire viewers of your esteemed show, to wish them a happy, Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. God has been nice to us. We're here at the end, till end of the year, and I'm happy for that. Yeah.
What about you, Honourable Member of Parliament?
Let me also send some greetings out to your cherished viewers and to the good people of Chiana Paga constituency. I wish to say Merry Christmas to each and everyone in Ghana and a Happy New Year in advance to all. Okay.
Dr. Adumakukisi is a member of the Dr. Brian Champion's campaign. How's the campaign going?
Well, since you've asked, in all honesty, I want to say this, that we've been through over 200 constituencies, and our message is going down well. People are getting to know Dr. Brian Champong and the reason why he came on board. And it's becoming very evident that he's the best bet to bring the two halves that have been duking it out together. And we think that for MPP to win in 2028, we need a candidate that can merge the two, as it says, bickering halves, so that we can win in 2028. And I think he stands tall. He's very resourced, and largely a combination of Vice President's shoot and economic and business knowledge. And then we also have the boldness and business experience that Ken has, all in one. So I'm really recommending him to the voters and to a large extent to plead with them that if we truly want somebody who can tough it out with the NDC, regardless of who the NDC brings, then it is Dr. Brian Champong. And in all of this decision, we need to also be mindful that it is not just about MPP. It is about the general public and then the people who are going to contend. And for that reason, we need a candidate with less, quote-unquote, political baggage to make the sell very easy. So this is what I'm hoping for. And delegates also know one key thing. Politics now in Ghana is about resources. And I think that he stands tall in terms of being resourceful. And a party in opposition needs a very resourceful hand to steer the affairs of the party and our following, so that we can gain power in 2028. Yeah. Okay.
There's this seeming confusion or talk that your candidates, your preferred candidate, Dr. Brian Champong, saw or met with Dr. Bawumia and asked him not to contest. And for which Dr. Bawumia's camp has strongly denied. Did anything of the sort happen?
If I may put it across to many people, there's been numerous meetings between Dr. Brian Champong and former Vice President. In fact, even before he decided to run this election, he had a meeting with Dr. Bawumia, and this was in private. I mean, let me say. So let me add that none of the people within the Vice President's camp were necessarily at this meeting, for which they are vouching. But even if
it was private, how did the people in your camp then know what was this?
No, I mean, basically what I'm saying is that Dr. Brian Champong informed us, I mean, about 3 or 4 months ago, that he had a meeting with Bawumia. He had to tell him that he was running against him. They had that meeting.
And
and he informed him that based on his performance, he felt that he would do better for the party.
And so he shouldn't contest.
He felt that, based on Dr. Bawumia's performance, it was in the best interest of the party. And it's not even just Brian saying this. This was one of the things that Musa Dankwa brought up right after the election. So these were the sentiments from the ground.
What did he bring up?
Oh, Musa Dankwa said that in the interest of the MPP party, it would be good if
but that's not the
Dr. Bawumia.
Did Dr. Brian?
I'm making my point based on the fact that the sentiments of the people post-election, when the results came, and I added the fact that even Musa Dankwa, right after the election, said that it will be in the party's interest not to stop Bawumia, but to encourage him to resign from contesting again. So those were the words that Musa Dankwa used. And it was largely because of the sentiments.
Musa Dankwa said that Dr. Bawumia should resign from the party.
He said that he should not contest. You understand? And these were the sentiments post-election. And for that matter, I think Dr. Brian Champong was really, it resonated with him, and he also informed, maybe, the Vice President had not read it. So he also reiterated it to him that, listen, based on your performance, in the interest of the party, the fact that it's been a very low performance, granted there were governance issues, but your candidature has also cost us, because somehow, some way, the total numbers that the members of parliament got was far in excess of what you got, which is the reverse of what we are used to. In many times, the presidential candidate, just as the NDC in recent times, I think Mahama got more votes than the entire, members of parliament.
So when Dr. Brian Champon said that to Dr. Bawumia, what was his response?
Well, he laughed about it. That's what he usually would do, and and let me be very clear with you that Dr. Brian Champon had a meeting one-on-one with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to tell him that we're parting ways. I'm going to contest. He had that meeting, and he's also in other meetings. I remember in Ashanti region, he told Dr. Duchum and GHOne that to win the primaries with them it will be difficult and that they should withdraw. So let me add that even GHOne, GHOne, he told him that, and now let me say that GHOne is looking at chairmanship. He told even Kwabena Japan to join him, and that has been another meeting, a separate meeting, that was had before we got to where we are now. So I mean, he's been a man of his words, and let me say that, listen, I'll be very happy if, as it is, the vice president himself can come out and say that, this meeting never happened. Then that one, but as for his supporters responding to a meeting that they were not there, as the famous things, you and I were not there. So let's leave it to the two of them, and I would encourage those supporting the vice president to rather allow the man himself to come and denounce that he never had that meeting, rather than them talking. Because
but you believe what your candidate told you, but they shouldn't believe what their candidate told them.
No. Listen, what I'm saying is that our candidate, Dr. Brian Champon, has disclosed that in a meeting with the vice president, he informed him that he was going to contest, and that it will be in the best interest of the party that he withdraws from the race. And in fact, let me almost admit that when you go and tell somebody that you're going to contest them, what are you saying? That they shouldn't?
Yeah, but I mean, did he use those words explicitly?
Oh, I mean, that is
expressly.
What...
Did he?
This man
or you are thinking that by implication, that's what it means.
You see, I'm not even necessarily paraphrasing my candidate. He said it on air, in the glare view of cameras. Okay, so I'm equally throwing it out there that, listen, as it stands, the best person to come out and deny it should be the person he had a meeting
So
with.
if Dr. Brian Champon does not win, and Dr. Bawumia wins,
yes,
would you support Dr. Bawumia?
Oh, this is MPP. After January, we're all together, and we'll work with whoever should win. I mean, that is how MPP does the states. Okay. And we will work, because either way, we always need the synergy for the party. But I'm proffering that Dr. Brian Champon will be the best to bring the two halves, because sometimes it's not even the candidates. It's the grassroots supporters who are very difficult to work with. And I think that the followers of the Kennedy and then the followers of Dr. Bawumia, in fact, the way they are duking it out at the grassroots level, we need that middle ground. And that, I think, is Dr. Brian Champon. And that is one of the key reasons why I think that for a uniting force, it will be much easier for Brian to bring the two of them together than the reverse. Should Kennedy win, it's going to be very difficult for the Bawumias that I know. The Abronyes type of people to rally around Kennedy. And then there are also the others who cannot rally around Bawumia from the Kennedy, enclave. And I really think that is a disaster for all of us. you'll be going into battle with a limp off if we have either of the two. So we're very hopeful that delegates who are very forward-thinking and very considerate of the MPP fraternity will consider, the story in the Bible where one mother said that don't cut the child into two. You keep the child as a whole. From time to time, I can visit the baby. You understand? So we're saying that when you vote to keep the party together. And keeping the party together is not Kennedy, it's not Bawumia, because those two titans their followers are very entrenched. And if one comes, the others have decided not to work for the other. That is what's on the ground. And that is my worry. From a traditionalist standpoint, if we need the party to gel together, the one person, the solution to our current quagmire is Dr. Brian Champon. That is the reality.
All right. Let me welcome Richard Suma. He's Deputy General Secretary for United Party.
Right.
Mr. Suma, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let's get into the substantive conversation.
All right.
So, Parliament is passing a bill, or it has passed a bill, to reverse names of universities that were renamed by the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration. A few universities have been affected. The Simon Diedong Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies, to be renamed University of Business and Integrated Development Studies. The CK Tedam University of Technology and Applied Sciences, to be renamed University of Technology and Applied Sciences. Akentena Pia Minka University of Skills, Training and Entrepreneurial Development, to be renamed University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development. The question is, do we always have to do this after the change of every government? I'll start with you, Doc.
I think in Ghana, we major in minor things too much. I would have hoped that the funding for these institutions would have been rather our priority, so that students can have access to very good environment and items and material that they study will be, current. That was what I would have hoped for, not the name change, because the name change largely does not add to the curriculum. The name change does not add to the working conditions of the lecturers. So I think it's a misplaced priority. Whether Jubilee or Flagstaff House, at the end of the day, is a seat of the executive arm of government. And I really think that we keep sending the wrong signals with regards to some of these things. And I would plead with the NDC government, or even entire government, that this back and forth with institutional names ought to be put behind us. And as it stands now, I don't think we say Kufuor National Health Insurance. Neither do we say Nana Addo Free SHS as a, we don't label these things. People know who brought it, the originators. The Constitution was done by, the era of the J.J. Rawlins. Did we add Rawlins's name to the Constitution as, Ghana Rawlins Constitution? No. So I really think that we need to put these things behind us and rather focus on one, funding for these institutions and how we can raise them, to be able to help the core subjects that they do there, so that we'll have graduates who are well equipped and more in line with industry, so that job, transition from school to work will be much better. That is what my focus and hopefully our priority should be. Should the MPP come back, well, I would hope that we won't rewrite this. I would hope so, because that is not supposed to be our priority as a nation.
But they did it.
Let me put it here. For instance, the CK Tedem one, which I'm familiar with, it so happened that was when they were really, opening the school, though it had been in operation. So some of these things, or even the Tamale Airport, which I understand is also under consideration. Some of these things, I must admit, the NDC administration may have started Tamale Airport, but when it was the grand opening, it was a different government. So some of these things, if we keep going back and forth, so what happens to the Yamasaman in Sawam Road? Who started, who finished, and are we going to fight about the name for that road as well, or Tamamoto Way? I don't know. So I'll plead with all of us in this country. There's something in names, I agree, I admit. However, I think that our priority, looking at the educational infrastructures we have in this country and the equipment, people are doing, biological sciences with not enough cadavers and things like that. People are doing architecture without the appropriate softwares to do architectural work. That should be our focus, not these, I think, trivial things. In other places, I remember that it is the person that bequeaths so much money and funding for a certain institution that they name the institutions after. So if, supposing Billa decides to donate $1 million or $2 to, hello, Billa, if you decide to donate like $2 million to the institution, then one of the departments may be literally named after you. That should be the way to go. So that if Serwaa, for instance, also decides to bequeath, how much would
but you just said that the renaming of the universities, or the naming after people, should not really be our focus.
Yeah, the
funding that we should be thinking. Yes. So, but you are then saying that if one person,
in other places, some people bequeath like $200 million, and the department, and we can even also consider scholarship programs that are named after these people. So we could have organized a very powerful scholarship program for these new names that have come up, and that will be a name on the students, literally. 100 students getting scholarship for the entire 4 years, or master's program scholarships named after these people. There's so many ways to do this, and this back and forth. And I want to be categorical here that funding of these institutions and then the curriculum or the core subjects that they do is of more importance than the name and the renaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honorable MP.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, I think we should have even been talking about reversing, because you came in and MPP decided that they have to change the names of the 3 universities and giving them to politically or very, very politically exposed individuals. That is very wrong. The other day I was in Parliament when they were citing examples using Harvard, using Lincoln and whatever. Yes, you can, but they are not politically exposed people. And when you come, I'm also at the Upper East, they are from the North. Why didn't you use my name? You decided to use people that are affiliated, that are founding members of your party. You see, let's not forget that UDS, for instance, it was a gift donated to the former president, His Excellency J.J. Rawlings. Today, if it were to be me and you, Doc, we will use, or other presidents that we've had before, will buy luxurious cars and put seats of furniture or chairs in it to be sitting on wherever they go. But this man decided that, come on, let me use these resources, though it's a bona fide, but let me use it and construct or come up with a school for the North, because as at then, the North, we weren't even having a single university. So he decided to give us that chance to have that particular university. You've come in. Even before he passed, the whole of the North came together and said, we want to say thank you and always remember you. So we want to ask government to rename the school. Use your name as J.J. Rawlings University for Development Studies. The man said no, because he knows very well that he's politically exposed, and tomorrow it can bring division. And you see, the consultations did not go on very well before renaming the schools. And you see, the names, some of the names you gave, can even let one fail your exams. For instance, Akinteng Apia Menka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development. When they set it as a question, you'll be surprised somebody will fail you. That write the full name of your school. It's about international best practice.
Yeah.
I'm part of the education committee, and we received petitions upon petitions. For instance, Navrongo, Serwaa, Tedam like this is my grandfather.
Okay.
Tedam is my grandfather. But the fact is that in Navrongo, they are claiming that they also have people who helped to bring the university and other institutions over there. For instance, they mentioned Abavana, they mentioned Fairley. But you left that and went to Paga to bring somebody. In Paga like this, we have Tedam JHS. Mm-hmm. No matter what, we cannot say we don't want Tedam JHS. Yeah. No, that is our own. Yeah. Tedam was ours. Are you getting me? When he was alive, he was ours. And the school there, if we get the chance, okay, if you had wanted, you can come to Paga and decide to construct maybe training college, nursing college, and name it after Tedam. That would have been a brilliant idea. But if you go to Navrongo, you don't do consultations very well. Then you go and name CK Tedam in Navrongo. You don't understand the dynamics there. This is Paga, this is Navrongo. We have our own dynamics. You should have gone into it, understand it very well before renaming the schools. So I think it's in the right direction for us to rename the schools for the sake of peace, because I can tell you that, even imagine the Tamale Airport, the name you gave to Tamale Airport, you realize that the people weren't happy. They petitioned even when you were in government that you should change it. So I think we understand APP very well. Serwaa, we wouldn't want to say much on it, but it is in the right direction for us to change the names and make sure that the names meet international best practice, so that at least there are some names, some of the, even there's no innovation in the names you gave.
But does naming a university after influential people, does it affect it in any way? Does it affect the educational outcomes of the university?
It doesn't. It doesn't
so why
affect
are you renaming
I said it earlier, that because they are politically exposed people, you need to understand the dynamics first. Because they are politically exposed persons, people are having different understanding around it. Are you getting me? So it is not wrong for us to name schools or other infrastructures after people, but I will not advise that we should name them after politically exposed persons because of division's sake.
Okay, Mr. Suma.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to extend a warm good morning to my senior brothers. I'm very allergic to Harmattan, and I'm a bit under the weather, and I'm not really in a good shape. But because of the value we place on the program, we really need to honor the invitation. On the issue of renaming schools and here and there, first of all, who constructed the school? Who built the school? Who established the schools in the first place? I am vividly aware that these schools, most of them were established during the erstwhile administration, if I'm not wrong. And if NPP thought it wise that they have to rename it after people who they deem fit, then where is the argument of renaming it back to its original names? Because it's pure hypocrisy and sycophancy when we try to do some of these things, because it is not in the best interest of the country. Because you see, from my marketing perspective, branding is key. Name is key, because names resonate. And name is one fine reason why somebody want to attend a particular school, why one want to associate with a particular school. So if you go name schools like CK, Kenten, blah, 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 don't forget that you are not an island. You are trying to attract students from the diaspora, attract students from other parts of the continent. And they are looking for a niche that will enable them to associate themselves immediately the name of the school is mentioned. Therefore, when you go naming school like something Dombo International University and here and there, some people, for marketing perspective, it puts them off immediately. So I would like to commend the government for trying to rename the schools back into names that really speaks to the core value and the core function of the supposed schools. We were here when President Mills established the University of Health and Allied Science in Volta region. Why didn't he name it the Atamils University of Allied Science and whatever? He named it University of Health and Allied Sciences. So anybody who have any interest in going into any of these spaces, it is easier for you to align yourself with the school, and it's easier for you to associate with the school because the name of the school speaks volume. But the moment you try to bring in personalities into the schools, then you are getting it absolutely wrong. So again, I'm commending the government for reversing the names of the schools that were named after individuals. Because let me tell you, we are in a country where every single individual has contributed significantly to the development of this country. Therefore, we cannot sub-select, we cannot select and handpick some individual names and say they are primus inter pares. They have done better above everybody in building this country called Ghana. Therefore, we should be naming institutions after them left, right, front, center. It doesn't make sense. Because we are not marketing the individuals, we are trying to market the university. So, in an attempt to market an university that will be appealing, attractive, and don't forget that in anything you do, the aesthetics is very critical. The way people visualize the school is also very, very important. So it is a beautiful decision. But going forward, we should not allow government who comes and in order to please individuals to satisfy their own whims and caprices, start naming national institutions after individuals who they thought wise is good for them. We must say and deny it and vehemently oppose it and never allow such things to be happening in this country. Because yes, we believe that the core value of the school, the fundamental principles of the school, the curriculum of the school, the lecturers of the school, the resources to the school, allocation of materials for learning and all those things, sophisticated equipments for learning and all those things are cardinal in the performance of the school. That does not mean if the school don't have any of such things, the school shouldn't be functioning. Once the school can accommodate students from Ghana, from abroad, from other parts of Africa to come to Ghana and come and study, it is a gradual process. We can build on it and make the school become strong, like how we have MIT. You see, for instance, if you name Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology after Kwame Nkrumah, we all believe that Kwame Nkrumah played a very cardinal role in fighting for us to get our independence. We could have named so many things after Kwame Nkrumah and nobody have any problem with that, because he is one individual who has fought significantly to make sure we won our independence. When others were saying that, oh, we are not matured enough to govern ourselves, let the British rule us, we are not good enough, we cannot do anything for ourselves, Kwame Nkrumah looked us in the face and said the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. So if somebody like that is being given all manner of institutions named after him, we would have applauded it and clapped for it. But any other person taking names here and there, I sincerely disagree with it. So as a matter of principle, we want to commend the government for reversing the names of the school. Because if you allow this practice to fester, we will soon end up naming all manner of political foot soldiers and giving them names that will allow them to be attached to many significant, important architecture or infrastructure of this country. So, in a nutshell, I don't want to talk much about this because to me, there is nothing here or there. But if the NPP deemed it prudent to name it after their own chronics, I also support it. The NDC are reversing. The only thing I would like to congratulate them again that they, after reversing it, did not name it after their own people. Because there are many more people in NDC who have also contributed significantly. They could have said, yes, we are now naming it after John Mahama. We are now naming it after Professor Mills. We are now naming it after Madam Jane, Vice President Jane Nana, or we are naming it after anybody, or Jerry John Lawrence, but they never did so. They went straight to the point. If it is about entrepreneurship, it's about entrepreneurship. If it's about technology, it's about technology. If it is about health, it's about health. So once again, we congratulate them for taking such a bold decision.
All right. Stay with me. I have to take a break. I'll come back shortly and we'll continue. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. I'm here with Nechema Bila Lamzi. He's Member of Parliament for Chiana Paga constituency. Mr. Richard Suma is Deputy General Secretary of the United Party. And Dr. Dixon Aduma Kukisi is former Member of Parliament, Anya Soutom. If you just joined us, we've been talking about the bill that has been passed by Parliament to rename or reverse names of universities, some 3 universities that were renamed by the Akufo-Addo administration. I have just seen the bill. I do not see a clause that prevents a further renaming of those universities, and I think that for many, that's where the concern is. I want us to wrap up on this very quickly so we can talk about the next topic, and then we'll wrap up with the NPP's in-house trouble. Doc, you wanted to have a bite on that? You have final bite on that?
On the naming?
Mm-hmm. Or you're good?
Oh, my key points still remains that we major in the minor things too much. The
Did you give the same advice to your party when they were renaming the universities?
We were renaming when we were opening, so at that point it didn't matter.
It's not just it's 3 universities we're talking about.
So the key thing,
have opened all of them.
As of today, I think that our priority should be the funding of the institutions, and then the conditions of service for the lecturers and the students who are there. Scholarship programs, those are the things that should matter, for these institutions to work efficiently and better. Sometimes there are deplorable things. You go into a lecture hall, some of the louver blades are broken. I mean, all kinds of things. We don't want to go into it. You've been to some of the institutions, you know what's happening. So I think that funding should be rather our biggest priority, more so than renaming or reversing.
Okay. MP.
Okay. So thank you very much. As I've said earlier, it is very necessary for government to rename the schools because of international best practices, and for government to give the schools that international appeal. It's true that the bill, there's no clause that expressly states that when you come, when a different government comes, they cannot rename or change the names of the schools again. But even when you put it in the clause, it is not. When you put it in the clause, when they come, they amend the bill and take it off. So whether you put it or not, any government that comes and they feel like they want to change the name, they will definitely change it by all means. But what I will advise is that any time we want to change names of that nature, we should consult. We should consult widely, especially with the locals there, with the chiefs and the people and Ghanaians as a whole, before we decide to do that for our own political interests. So I only pray that governments will continue to stick to the old names that we have. If there is innovation and they want to set in with it, they can. But the names should be maintained, or consult the people that are involved before doing so, for the sake of unity and peace in Ghana.
All right. Should we move on? You want to say something very quickly?
Well, quick one. This goes to yourself, When you were called to the bar, you weren't here, but I came here to congratulate you. And
thank you.
Again, these are issues of legality.
Right.
So perhaps you can look into it, because I know what you perhaps may be capable of doing. But we shouldn't let naming of institutions be coterminous with any government that is in power. That the moment government comes and goes, we change name. There's one name that I want it to be changed, and I'm appealing, since the Member of Parliament is here, if he can put forward a private member bill. We should change the name of Kotoka International Airport. We should reverse that name. We should reverse it to Ghana International Airport. Simpliciter.
Why?
Simpliciter. Because if you know, we all know the history. We all know the role Kotoka played. We all know that the moment they overthrew Kwame Nkrumah is the bane for why we are still not making sufficient progress as a country. So we cannot allow Kotoka's name should still be hanging at our major entry point. That name should be changed immediately to Ghana International Airport without anybody's name attached to it. So this is my humble appeal, Honorable MP. Take up the challenge for me.
Okay, so you when it suits you, you want the name to be changed, but when it doesn't...
No, that's why I said we should just change it to Ghana International Airport.
Okay,
Simply put.
Okay, right. Not named after anybody.
No.
All right, so let's move on. The Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, last week when he held his or had his turn at the accountability series, said that the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, should come back to Ghana voluntarily because under his watch, he will not be treated unfairly. And we know that the former finance minister has been charged with some 78, corruption-related charges. And he told us also that processes have officially been triggered, extradition processes have been triggered to bring him back. However, he urged him to willingly come, not worry about being treated unfairly, because once he is Minister for Justice, he will make sure that he comes, that he is not treated unfairly. You were a member of the previous government. What is stopping Ken Ofori-Atta from coming? Is he well now?
Well, I think on my way here, it dawned on me that I think all of Nanado's ministers are in the country. They come and go without issue. It's rather unfortunate that our former finance minister, due to, as we know, health reasons, has not been able to appear. Then again, when you are in a country where some people are able to get bailed with less sums of bond and actually get bailed within a few hours compared to others who are kept for weeks and days with huge bonds or bail terms, then it begs the question, what will happen with the finance minister to the extent that even heads of institutions are put on bail terms that are quite troubling and not standardized. So that also begs the question. And you know, that assurance that Ayine is given based on the current practices of the NDC is not a guarantee, in the sense that I have put on record that the bail conditions have not been very fair to many of the appointees of the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And for that matter, maybe Ken may have reasons to believe that his rights as a citizen, his rights as an ordinary man may be trampled should he come and put himself up. So, in the interest of all of Ghana, I would wish, as I've said in many instances, that the true charges need to be put out. And after all, we have the Tamaklos who are, you know, former Maslock CEO who is still out of country. We have others who have been tried and tested in absentia. So I think that at worst, let's go to court. In the process, we can still be trying to work out for Ken to appear, and appear with maybe sureties in terms of how he'll be managed when he gets here. Because as it stands now, not to necessarily fight for Ken, but it's troubling that the bail conditions have been weaponized. And sometimes I know it should be tantamount to the set amount lost, but it's a bit too injurious, and you are dealing with people who have not even, as it is, reneged on one appearance. I can cite examples where many people show up for questioning, and yet when they are held at ransom, the bail terms are, so extravagant, and in the same breath, in the same country, those who are colored NDC, I can remember the Esutifi North MP for, as it is, an inquiry into his matter. Within 6 hours or so, he has, bail terms that are very, very, very favorable. I mean, let me say a sweet bail term condition. If this was afforded to many of our MPP people, I'm sure that maybe Finance Minister would have that, surety that, if I come and they're questioning and I answer, whether, to the full extent of his knowledge, he'll be allowed to go home, and then the court proceedings, commence without fear or without unfairness. But here we are for the likes of 500,000, whether USD or Ghana cedis, the bail terms are quite high. And in some terms, I think are far-reaching. And to borrow from Brian Champon's words, the bail conditions have been weaponized. So these are weapons of mass detention, should I put it that way. And as it stands now, I can't trust the NDC government in terms of the bail terms they will give to former finance minister. But I must admit that overall, all of the NADO's ministers are in country. They can travel and go without issue, except for the almighty former finance minister, which I think is not telling on the NADO, but rather the finance minister. And I think there were rumors that, former president is also trying to intervene, but I think there's been notice that he wants the laws of the country to work and should be applied without fear or favor to his friend and cousin, Ken Oforiatta. So, invariably, Ayini, he's made his point, but I also would rather push that they do these trials in absentia so that Ghanaians can actually get the import of what they are trying to get at and what the true charges, not a situation where during discovery, many things that were seen as criminal are not criminal, or some of the things are clerical, documents that need to be presented, might be brought to book to clear some of these issues. So these are my thoughts with regards to Ken Oforiatta.
Honourable Member of Parliament.
Thank you very much. So, in Ghana, we should have stopped discussing about Oforiatta, because I can remember around February or so, Oforiatta told us that was the time OSP came to declare him as a fugitive running from justice. He himself gave us May 19th, or was it 22nd? OSP, being so charitable, said, no, you come around 2nd May. I'll give you up to 2nd May. From there, it's from Kwakwanan's story to a different story. You see, I totally agree with you. We need to try him in absentia. Whether he comes or not, we need to carry on. Fortunately, he's having businesses and other properties in Ghana. If he's telling us those that we suspect that it belongs to him, we know those businesses are legal persons, they are entities on their own. But we can lift the veil and know the true owner or the one that is behind that legal person, so that we can carry on with action, because this is about money. We don't even need him person. We need to take the money that allegedly we think is with him. You see, Serwaa,
yes,
in Ghana, if it is about a politician, they say if a politician, excuse my language, is involved in stealing, they say it's misappropriation, it's misapplication, it's financial irregularity. We are thieves sometimes, because if you are a politician, you have been trusted with the funds of this country. It does not belong to you. You cannot. You see, one thing that every day, I pray for Oforiatta and Nanado to live long. For one reason, so that we will take decisions that they will look at the decisions and they cannot do anything about it. They will know that when they give you power, you don't have to go to bed with the power, because it belongs to the people. You see, Serwaa?
Yes.
The bail condition that Doc is talking about, it takes the quantum of your crime into consideration. If I take 1 million Ghana cedis from government, you don't expect government to tell me that I should bring 500 million. No. That is very, very unreasonable. But if you take 500 million from Ghana, you don't expect government or the court. No. Okay, allege. If you don't expect the court to say bring 1 million Ghana cedis, it's uncalled for. So we don't. Then we should even the local thieves that we have, those that are in court, those that are in prison, then we should start giving them a free bail, because some of them are in prison because of 500 Ghana cedis, 600 Ghana cedis, 700 Ghana cedis. You see, let's not treat politicians as if they are mini gods. We know that Oforiatta became an oracle under the ruling of MPP. But no, this is NDC that is in power. We will not accept any wrongdoing. When they were in power, every minute, scandal will surface. For a full year, you cannot get any scandal. You are talking about Honorable Ado's case. What was the case? What was the case? Naimos said they went to arrest some people and he came and interfered, trying to ask them not to arrest the alleged illegal miners or the thugs. But you know, as a politician, you've been an MP before. These days, or our main mandate in Parliament is to make laws, to represent your people, to debate on national issues. Yeah. But we've gone to carry extra burden on us. Yeah. Even if somebody is in labor, they are calling you. Mm-hmm. Somebody is sick, they are calling you. Somebody is having a problem, they are calling you. Probably they called him, and because I said it the last time, and it became so controversial that I said MPs work more than any other person. No, that wasn't what I meant. What I mean is that MPs, we sacrifice more than any other person. Because whatever that is not yours, because you want to seek for re-election to go back to Parliament, whatever that happens in the constituency, they call you.
That's self-imposed sacrifice.
That is what I said it.
So when you say that you sacrifice more than any other person,
no, you see, when
why do you choose to suffer?
You see, where let's take the representation aspect of it. Mm-hmm. You are representing your people.
Why can't you serve in another capacity? Why do you have to represent?
No, but if I don't represent, somebody will represent.
Yeah. So if the person,
and it is mandatory for somebody to represent.
But you do it voluntarily.
Yes. So that is why I said, because we try to empathize with our people, mostly we get ourselves involved in petty problems. So this one is not a problem that you it's like comparing apples with oranges. Ado's case and Oforiatta's case, it's like what's the name? China Paga in America. It is not the same. It's not the same. He needs to come home, account for his deeds. Why? Was he not in this country for 8 years? He was even sick to the extent that we said, go and sit down. He refused. That he will go. Now you are healthy, you are okay. You don't want to come back home. And see?
Do you know if he's healthy?
Yes, he's healthy now.
You know that?
He's healthy now.
Who told
the
you?
wife the other time came out and said he's doing better. So once he's doing better, he can come and answer questions. He's not coming to farm.
But then the law allows for people to be tried in absentia.
So that is
so
what I said. I said it initially that to me.
I think the process has already started.
Yes, to me, I don't want us to be talking about Oforiatta again. That was where I talked about his properties and at the end of the day, if judgment goes in favor of government, we can go and lift the veils and know the true owners of those businesses and take our money back. I accept that one. But now, this is a secondary matter. I'm just trying to tell him that you were in this country. We forced you. We were begging you to sit down. You said no. I am even surprised some MPs today in parliament are defending him. You were the same people who realized that he wasn't performing. He was the one sending Ghana backward. You said you needed to take him out. Because of that, most MPs lost their seat because of that during the primaries. Those who came out and said, we don't want Oforiatta to still be holding the position. Most of them, they planted CEOs and other personnel and they went and took them off. Now you have a problem. The same people are crying for him. No. If it happens in NDC, I've said it here severally, that any government official that goes wayward with your opposition, when MPP comes to power, I'm not part of, we are behind this or we are stand with. I don't stand with anybody. I stand with you when you do the correct thing. So I expect that all of you should also stand with Oforiatta when you feel he's doing the right thing. But if internally you know that Oforiatta is not doing the right thing, don't stand with him. And he needs to come back home. If he won't come back home, Attorney General should just focus. We will try him in absentia and make sure that we recover whatever that allegedly, Serwaa said I should use allegedly, but if not that, I will say whatever that he has taken from us, we need to take it back.
Mr. Suma.
Yeah, well, sincerely, I wouldn't have loved to talk about Mr. Honorable Ken Oforiatta again, because it is becoming an exercise in futility.
Honorable is still attached to the name.
We've been talking about Ken Oforiatta over the past 6-7 months, and he's still not willing to come back to Ghana voluntarily. The processes has been triggered based on what the Attorney General has informed us, that he's working on his extradition, and the chances are that he may be extradited. But we all know, you are a lawyer, you know that extradition processes doesn't just happen like that. He will also have to fight his case, and we have been told that he has gone for some top-notch lawyers in America to fight us as a country, that he is now ready to come back to face accountability. And it must be established that he who knows his hands are clean, he has nothing to hide under his sleeves, there is nothing in his cobweb, must always make himself available for accountability. I've said on several platforms that Ken Oforiatta respectfully presented himself as a Christian par excellence. And he is the only finance minister who has never had the opportunity to say something and never quoted any Bible verse. And that should tell you that this is a man who believes in the principles of Christianity. And he derives his energy and he derives his conviction from the founder of Christianity, Jesus Christ himself. And you and I know vividly that when Jesus Christ himself was being accused by the Pharisees and by his own Jews, and they went to the Romans to complain bitterly to the Romans that there is a man there who is blaspheming and say all manner of things. The Romans didn't know Jesus, but when they went to the Garden of Gethsemane and they were looking for Jesus, they didn't know who Jesus Christ was. But he availed himself. He told them that here I am. If you are looking for Jesus Christ of Nazareth, here I am. I'm the one here. Because that should tell Ken that Jesus Christ himself also believed in accountability. Things you say, things you do, one day you must account for it. So the day of reckoning has come. You had an opportunity to govern or to lead the finance ministry. You were the exchequer for 8 good years, like what Honorable MP said. At the point, you had ill health conditions. You were not good enough. Everybody saw it clearly that Ken wasn't looking good. The NPP fraternity petitioned the president that, look, let him go. The president said, look, allow him to finish the IMF deal before you let him go. After concluding the IMF deal, he still was the finance minister until they lost power. I would not be surprised if Bawumia had won the last election. Perhaps Ken Ofori-Atta would have still continued to be the finance minister.
Sure.
Because former President Akufo-Addo will have still pulled the strings from behind and allow Ken to continue, because they would need to cover up a lot of the mess they created. So if today he's been asked to come and he has refused to come, that should just tell every Ghanaian that the man is guilty. Well, if you are not guilty, you must not be afraid of accountability. Because I remember vividly when it happened to Victor Salome, Deputy Finance Minister. He was abroad. He was tried in absentia. Found guilty. He came to Ghana. He was sentenced and went to Nsawam, pardoned later for health conditions, and eventually died. May his soul rest in peace. We were here when the revered lawyer, Chachu Chikata, was accused of causing financial loss to the state. They took him through various Rambo styles. Before then, he was also abroad. He came to face accountability because he knew his hands were clean. Even at the point where he was being pardoned by Akufo, he turned it down because he knew vividly well that he was being jailed unjustifiably and he will fight his cause. Therefore, he didn't allow any pardon, because if he has accepted the pardon, then that means that perhaps he knew he was guilty. But because he vividly knew he wasn't guilty, he turned down that pardon offer. And God being so good, he is alive today and he's telling his own story. So Ken Ofori-Atta, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, your wife has come to tell us that you are in good condition. We saw a picture circulating recently of him in America with another white lady. Ken is living a luxurious lifestyle in America as we speak today. So it baffles my mind why we will give somebody an exchequer position, the one who controls the government purse, for 8 good years. And they say, come and render account, and you are playing dilly-dally with the citizens. You are playing dilly-dally with us. Like MP will say, Kweku Ananse's story, and that this has even gone beyond Kweku Ananse's story. It has become more like, I don't want to say it, but at the end of the day, it is he himself who must make himself available, because no matter what you and I will say here today will not hold waters, will not hold any ground. It's not sufficient enough to convince him to come. Now, Attorney General is giving him an olive branch. He said, look, you know what? Come to Ghana. I am the Attorney General. If you come, as long as I remain the Attorney General, I'm going to make sure we give you a fair treatment. If this is also not sufficient enough for him to believe that when he comes to Ghana, he wouldn't be witch-hunted, as we always try to create the impression that he's being witch-hunted, why wouldn't he come? But to conclude, the reason why we are not winning the war against corruption and people are taking the country for granted is that we always allow the burden of proof to be on the accused instead of the accuser. To be on the accuser, not the accused, because you see, in other jurisdictions like China, if you have been accused of corruption, the burden of proof lies on you, the accused, to prove beyond all doubt that whatever you have been accused of, you have sufficient justification to defend yourself. So we couldn't win the case against Madam Cecilia Dapa simply because the burden of proof lies on the government, the state, the accuser, to prove beyond all doubt that Madam Cecilia Dapa got her money through ill means. And because the government couldn't prove it up we speak today, she is walking free. So I am appealing to the members of parliament that make sure if there is anything you can do to reverse it, that if I'm being accused of corruption, that I'm living an ostentatious lifestyle, and I need to prove where I got my money from, it shouldn't be incumbent upon the state to prove that I have gotten my money through ill will. Because if the state is not able to provide sufficient evidence, because you are a lawyer, you know the game is about evidence, not circumstantial evidence. There are some cases where circumstantial evidence can win. But in the area of corruption, there is nothing like circumstantial evidence. You must prove it based on evidence that this person is corrupt. He has stolen the state money. So we are appealing to the lawmakers. Take that into consideration, because either than that, we are just going to be moving in circles and patting ourselves on the shoulder that we are trying to win the war against corruption, where we are just at least pampering each other. Why should that be the case? So for me, I don't know what I can say to convince Honorable Kenneth Furata to come to Ghana, but we leave it to his own conviction. That if he's a man of integrity, he's a man who believes in himself, who knows that his hands are clean, he should come and face the law. He's been tried in absentia. This trial in absentia, though the law permits it, but I don't sincerely believe in it. We were here when Madam Sedinam was tried in absentia. Did she come? Even though she has been found guilty, sentenced, but she hasn't come. It is now that Dr. Yeni, the Attorney General, is telling her that, oh, she will be coming very soon. But I can bet my last penny that will be here till 2028. Madam Sedinam will not come because her government is in power. I rest my case.
All right. Before we wrap up, I have just a few minutes to go. You two wanted to have a bite on what's happening in the camp of the NPP.
Then I told them, yes.
Well, you people do it to each other, so let them have a bite, because you have also not dealt with FIASM when it came to the NDC's presidential primaries and their internal issues. So I'll start with you,
Okay.
Honorable.
Thank you.
But really and truly, how is it your problem? As he said,
they need a good opposition.
They are our brothers, and we always need to
they need a good
sympathize with each other when problems are in our homes. But this is a broken home. MPP has become a broken home because the presidential election primaries is so keen that they don't take what they say into consideration. And politics is not about that. You see, you have to always accept that politically there will always be internal elections. And you cannot do away with it. And when there is internal elections, the only thing is for you to go through it. For you to go through it, problems will arise. After that, you amend them. You try to fix every problem and move forward as a party. We as NDC, we wish them well. We know very well that no candidate out of the 5, is it 5 or so? Is it a 5? Whoever emerges as the winner.
Who do you want to emerge as winner?
Oh no, they are all 9 and 10. We will beat anyone that will come.
Yeah, but who? I mean, since you care so much about them,
we are just leaving that one to them.
Since you care so much about them,
no,
who do you think should be the flag bearer?
You know, they are equal. There's no candidate there that is stronger than the other. So,
really?
No. There's no candidate there.
I'm
talking
so?
Of externally. Internally, you know, they've schemed it in such a way that to favor one candidate. A party that will go to reorganization and will start from the top, leaving branch level reorganization, leaving constituency, leaving regional, leaving national, and going straight to presidential primaries. They are already disorganized. And we are sure it has been schemed for one candidate to win. And even if that candidate comes, definitely we are going to beat him. 2028 is a foregone conclusion for you. So we wish you very well. What I can tell you is that equity favors safety than high returns, because you should have started from the branch level so that at least you'll be safe. Because with this, any candidate, especially if Bawumia emerges as the winner, the other candidates will not accept, because there is already the feeling that the national executives decided, and your advisory bodies,
National Executive Council.
National Executive Council, they came together with the national executives to scheme it in such a way that they will start from presidential top bottom. so that it will favor one person. Bawumia like this, I don't know why he wants to even become a president in Ghana, because Bawumia under Bawumia, Bawumia was the vice president of this country. We were all here when Bawumia came and told us that they sued that as a then. I'm trying to quote him. He said, soon we'll be having SkyTrain in Ghana. Our $2 million is gone. Nothing came out of it. We were all in this country when Bawumia went to Asempa FM and said the biggest project they've done in the north is the Palugu multipurpose dam. The Savulugu Waliwali Road, we've given $29 million. It is not done under his watch. And the fasting rice, the least you talk about it, the better. Because how can you take a rice from somebody, confiscate it wrongly for people to fast in the holy month of Ramadan? Such a person doesn't deserve to become a leader in this country. So I only pray, just that Brian, when we give it to you, I don't know whether our hotels will be safe. That is another question. So well, we wish them all the best. But when they are done, we'll definitely win them 2028.
Okay, Mr. Suma, very quickly.
Yeah, quick one. Madam, beautiful lawyer. You see, the issue about MPP, the likes of me, I have not been an MPP member. I supported Alan Kojo-Kyerematen in the last election because I believe sincerely that if you put all the 5 people who are contesting to become their flag bearer, you know, they shot themselves in the foot the moment they never created the even playing field for people like Honorable Alan Kojo-Kyerematen to be able to stand his grounds. And, you know, they should have supported that man true and true, because, you see, all the 5 of them put together in terms of experience, in terms of academics, in terms of anything, in terms of his vision and foresight and forthrightness, nobody compares to Honorable Alan Kojo-Kyerematen. But, you see, in terms of opposition, we from the United Party, we are very candid and objective-minded individuals. The moment you try to speak truth to power or you try to be candid in your opinion, they try to now tag us like we are NDC annex or we are an appendage of NDC. The playbook of the politician is that the government of the day, anything they do, don't support it. Even if it is good and it's in the ultimate interest of the people, condemn it, attack it, criticize it, bastardize it, do anything humanly possible for the people to believe that whatever the government of the day is doing is in the wrong direction. But we don't subscribe to such a playbook. If any government is doing the right thing, we will support it, we will praise it, we will encourage them to do it much more better than they are doing. MPP is a party of self-centered and self-vicious individuals who sees nothing good in any other body except themselves. And we cannot run a country like that. We are positioning ourselves. God being so good, we are doing so well. We've finished with our constituencies. We are finishing. Very soon we are going to the community level. Our expectation is that very soon we get our gazetted certificate and become a fully fledged political party, so that we can give the right opposition that is needed in this country, not opposition that is based on whims and caprices. So whatever MPP is doing, we want them to fight more among themselves. We want them to punch themselves in the faces. The day they go into the election, we want it to be very chaotic.
How can you wish that for the country?
Of course, not for the country. I'm not wishing that for the country.
Yeah, but if they fight and it's so chaotic, it will affect all of us.
It will not affect all of us. It will not, because there are other political parties in the country who are equally good enough to be a major political opposition.
Which is United Party.
Of course, it is not only MPP. It is not their bona fide right to be the only major political party in Ghana who is providing position.
So if they don't fight, hold on. If the NPP doesn't fight, you cannot become the
No,
next
that is not my argument. My argument is that the way they are handling things among themselves, the way they are going after each other, okay, the way they are creating the impression that yes, some are dissatisfied with others, are throwing all manner of tantrums here and there. It is the seed they are sowing. So when you sow a seed, it must obviously germinate and bear fruit. So if the seed of discord that they are sowing among themselves should germinate and bear fruit, what kind of fruit are you expecting? To be a fruit of chaos. So I'm not predicting that. But the way they are going about their things, the chances are that it's going to get there. But I wish them well. This is not a position of the United Party. This is my individual position.
You're wishing us a showdown.
Yeah, they should have a complete showdown among themselves. If the showdown happens and it goes so well, and then one say, oh, because of the showdown, we're not going to support you. We are not going to. They become more fragmented. They become more disjointed. Wow. And the more fragmented they are, the more weakened they become. So the likes of me, I wish them well, but not that too well. But as a Ghanaian and a peace lover, I want to see peace prevail among them. But I'm of the view that nothing anybody will do that will beat the Almighty Baumia, because the system has been established to support him through and through. And they are parading him as the only person who can save them. Because we Yenimu Dada. The same thing they did with the former president. Oh, Yenimu Frititi. Yenimu Frititi. Yenimu Frititi. And you never see a up to now. Since 2017, contractors have not been paid. And NIC traders are crying and say there's no money in the country. Because contractors are the ones who hold the money. They pay people. But today, it is not JM is saying that I've asked the finance minister to disburse 1 billion cedis before the end of what? The year. We pray it happens. But for NPP, the least said about them, the better. Because I know they'll be coming after me very soon. Because I'm saying this, and it is the honest truth, that they are sowing a seed of discord among themselves. And if they are not careful enough, it will generate into chaos. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard Suma. He's Deputy General Secretary of the United Party. Nichema Bela Alamzi is Honorable Member of Parliament for Chiana Paga, and Dr. Dixon Adumako Kisi is former Member of Parliament for Anya Sutum. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming. Stay with me. There's more after the break.
And I'm sure this is the last time we are here.
To the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. Let's talk about coffee. You see this sachet on my table, well, on my chair, and I'm joined in the studio by the CEO of GHOne Coffee. She owns the brand that produces, or the company that produces this coffee. You're welcome. She's called Dr. Fortune Agbili. She's CEO of GHOne Coffee. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
To the show.
Thank you.
What inspired you to start coffee production of all the things that you could do?
Yeah, so I observe a gap between coffee farmers and local consumption.
Okay.
So I was in Liberia, and then that was the first time I saw a coffee tree. And then I went to the local market to try and get coffee, and I realized they don't have the locally processed coffee. And so I was like, okay. And then after my mission, I was there for the international election observers. I was one of the international election observers.
Okay.
So once after the mission, it was one of the longest mission. It was nine months. After the mission in December, I decided that, their coffee was good. So why wouldn't I process it? And I'm a coffee lover. So why wouldn't I process it and make it available for local consumption? And I thought of Liberia then, but I'm a Ghanaian. So when I came home, the focus then came on Ghana. So I decided to process our coffee and also to bring in coffee from Liberia to at least offer coffee lovers variety. So we are the only local processors that actually offer variety. So we grow Robusta in Ghana in 10 out of the 16 regions. Most of the coffee we are producing now is in the Volta region.
Okay.
But the one we produce in Ghana is Robusta. And so then most coffee lovers know Arabica. And that you can find it in Liberia. And then there's a third variant, Liberica. So I decided to bring the Liberica and Arabica from Liberia to Ghana and then add it to our Robusta.
I see. How long has this been going on?
Since 2024, last year.
Last year?
Yes.
And how has it been?
It's been marvelous. It's been interesting. Usually people will say, Ghanaians don't love coffee. And you come to me and I'll disprove you. Because anytime we set up and we brew coffee, people keep brewing till we've exhausted whatever we take to whichever event that we go to.
I see.
Yeah.
But do people buy it?
Oh, yes.
A lot. You've made a lot of money since 2024, huh?
Yes. So when we started, initially we used to think, our market will be the expatriates. So there are these pop-up markets where we know expatriates will be there. And then we go to events or fairs or exhibitions that are solely Ghanaian. And we had one, I think, last month. And it's solely Ghanaian.
Right.
And we sold, and I had to restock. We had to bring in more stock. Ghanaians love coffee when they get the right one.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then I guess that you've done a lot of research about coffee. When you say there's this notion that Ghanaians don't like coffee,
yes,
I think it's because many people have been told that too much coffee is not good, right?
Yeah.
I have heard that as well. So I'm very slow to taking coffee, even though I've had some this morning.
Okay.
But I have heard, I do not know any scientific backing that too much coffee is not good. Is it true?
I would say from our perspective, it's not true. We had a market survey, for instance, at the University of Ghana, and we heard this, and others like, it draws your blood, and things like that. But coffee has antioxidants.
Okay.
And we know what antioxidant does to the body, and it fights free radicals. Coffee also improves your metabolism. Coffee also helps boost your mental capacity. So in the morning, if I have to do any research work, I definitely need a cup of coffee or if even when I'm going into a meeting, I definitely need a cup of coffee to be able to, on the go, the ideas will just keep coming. I've worked in Germany, and in the office, for instance, I have colleagues who were taking 7-8 cups in a day. Of course, that's the extreme. But I think 1, 2, or 3 cups in a day is just perfect. And research is there to show that it's good for you.
Okay. Now, you said that you are the only company that does production, local production, and gives varieties.
Yes, we are the only one that does variety. So there are other local processors. And
okay, but you give variety.
We are the only one who gives
do we have a lot of processors in Ghana?
For now, I can, in Accra, not only Accra in Eastern region, we are about 7.
Okay.
They are all doing Robusta. And then recently we were at an...
What is Robusta?
Robusta is the variety that we grow in Ghana.
Okay.
It's strong. Its strength is in the caffeine. So those who...
This is not Robusta.
This is Arabica. Yes. So those who say, oh, I need a cup of coffee before I can have any meaningful conversation in the morning, your go-to may be Robusta because
it's strong.
It's strong on caffeine. There are people who try
and caffeine doesn't what? Make you sleep?
Doesn't make... No,
it doesn't
make some people sleep. Because I've had people who take coffee 5 p.m., 7 p.m., and they even have the best sleep. Oh, yes. There was an international conference at the University of Ghana. This year was the second time we attended. And one of my clients, last year we were there, and this year, when he came this year, he comes from Nigeria. He said, last night I could not sleep well because I have not had my coffee. At the hotel, there were no good coffee. And so that day, he was so excited to see us because he knows he was going to have a good sleep. So yes, for some people, their body or their system is made to take the caffeine and they even thrive better. And for some of us, moderation is the key word.
I see. Okay, what are the opportunities for Ghanaian farmers who would want to go into coffee farming or production?
Globally, most of the coffee that is taken used to be like, and it's still now Arabica. Currently, it accounts for about a little over 60%.
Okay.
What has been observed beginning of this year, and I think sometime last year and this year, has been the growing interest in Robusta as a variant. So globally, the proportion of people taking Robusta coffee is growing. And also the coffee from Ghana is known to be a premium coffee. So if you're a coffee farmer in Ghana and you're growing coffee, Robusta coffee, of course, there's growing market. There's almost every month or any other month, I'm getting requests for people outside the country interested in the Ghanaian coffee. So there is the potential for coffee, particularly from Ghana, the Robusta coffee. So as a farmer, when you go into it, of course, you know there is ready markets for you. Yeah.
Okay. Where can people get Fortune Coffee?
We are located at East Legon. And once you call us, 026-204.
Take your time.
Okay,
the number.
So, yes, 026-204-8686. Or you just go to Google, you put in Fortune Coffee, and it brings you directly to where we are. We are located at the East Legon, just behind the Trinity Seminary.
Okay. Are you on social media?
Yes.
Can people contact you on social media?
Yes, on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, My Fortune Coffee.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
You're welcome, and thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're grateful. And I wish you the very best. Dr. Fortune Agbele is the CEO of Fortune Coffee. All right. Stay with me. After the break, there's more.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is.
Anything can happen,
Anything
right?
can happen.
Anything
yeah,
can happen.
I can't actually say anything. All I know is Beanie Man is going to give us an amazing show.
Mm.
He has so many hits,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dancehall. People are going to wind their ways. People are going to party. If Saturday was anything to go by, then definitely this event on Wednesday is going to be insane, crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much,
You're
Johnny Stone,
welcome.
and shout outs to Mauli. Mauli was supposed to send me many tickets for the event, but I'm going to come still.
You don't have
anyway.
a problem.
I'm going to come still. Thank you so much, and all the best on Wednesday.
Definitely.
Johnny Stone is the co-founder and host of Rhythm and Branch. You should be at that Wednesday show. So when will be the next one?
So yes,
wait.
we're doing 4 events over this period. The next one after Wednesday on the 24th is the 27th, Saturday. We're bringing a superstar R&B artist. That's the R&B edition of Rhythm and Branch. Then on the 3rd of January, we have the Afrobeat edition, and we're also bringing a superstar Afrobeat edition. That one is going to have a lot of legends on the stage. Yeah,
Okay.
but I can't mention who it is until the next event. On Wednesday, we'll announce who's coming for the other events.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank
Yes.
you. And stay with me. There's still more after the break.
Oh, na, na, na.
Conversation about decathlon. I'm joined in the studio by Daniel Jethro Kobi. He is a social media lead of Decathlon Ghana. So which one is your surname, Jethro or Kobi? Enim. Oh, right. Mr. Enim, good morning. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about Decathlon. What do you do?
So Decathlon Ghana is the biggest sports retail company in Ghana, and we with over 40 different sports equipment.
Okay.
We make sports accessible to everyone, no matter your age, no matter your race. We just make sports accessible to you.
Right. And when you say no matter your age, you just make sports accessible. What are the things that you sell?
All right. So any sporting equipment you can find, or any sporting apparel you can find, be it any apparels for swimming, from swimming to football to the gym to any sporting apparel you would think of, or any sporting equipment you can think of, Decathlon has that available.
Okay, so let's talk about Christmas. What does Decathlon have for its customers this Christmas?
Right. So this Christmas we are deciding to gift a lot of people this Christmas. Our tagline is "Gift a Sport this Christmas," and so we're encouraging our customers or our clients to inspire people to a healthy living. So to gift them a sporting apparel or a sporting equipment. Also, we are doing an up to 70% discount on all Adidas products. Over 200 Adidas products. So we are up to 70% on over 200 Adidas products. We are also running a raffle where you just have to go on our social media page, like, comment, and tag a sports buddy. And then on the 31st of December, there's going to be a raffle. A winner will be selected, and then some prizes will be given out for the Christmas. And so basically just running these promotions to encourage our customers to a healthy living. So
I know that you have like a few branches, but there's so much traffic in town. I'm sure that you have realized that. Have you put in measures in place to make sure that your customers don't have or get into a long waiting period?
Yes, we currently have an e-commerce session that is an online portal at www.decathlon.com.gh, where we have all our catalog there. So to skip the traffic in the comfort of your home, you can just go online and order. And within Accra, within the same day, you can get your package delivered to you.
I see. And then finally, before you go, I have one last question for you. You said that you have the e-catalog system. Where can we find it?
www.decathlon.com.gh.
What about your social media pages?
So our social media, Decathlon Ghana on Instagram, Facebook, and then on TikTok. On Twitter
on TikTok?
Yes.
You post nice content there. You're head of social media, of course.
So we have nice content there.
Thank you very much for coming on our show, and I wish you the very best, guys. I bought a few things from Decathlon, so I'm looking forward. You're running discounts, right?
Yes, please.
I'll come there. Daniel Jethro Kobi is the social media lead of Decathlon Ghana. Thank you. I have one last conversation after this, then we wrap up.
The Bible says, I'll bless the Lord at all times, and his praise will continually be on my lips. Hallelujah.
The studio by the musician behind the song, Francisca Amwa. Good morning, you're welcome to the show. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Serwaa.
So, who is Francisca Amwa?
Thank you. Francisca is a gospel musician who resides in the United Kingdom. I write my own songs. And basically that's all I do, just writing and singing.
In the UK?
Yes, in the UK.
That's all you do as a job?
No, I'm a procurement specialist in the UK.
Okay, because you said that's all you do, that's why I'm asking for emphasis' sake.
Yeah.
How long have you been writing and singing?
So writing maybe will be about 4 years. Singing formally about 2.5 years now.
Okay, how has it been?
Going good.
How many songs do you have out there?
So I have an album of 6 songs, and then I have Your Love, so 7 songs out there at the moment. I've got another one also coming next year.
Okay, what has been the reception to your music?
I think I'm one of the lucky ones. I've got so far a very positive response because my songs are basically biblical. Most of my songs are written with several quotations, words of exhortations, so people connect to it. Playing it in your car, you get motivated. You can pray with my songs. So far, I think I'll be one of the lucky ones. I came out with 1 album, and then I got the brand ambassador for Ultimate in the United Kingdom. So I think so far so good. I also have my own program called the Worshipers Praise in the UK as well, which we've done, I think, the 3rd time this year. So it's been going good.
That's nice. That's nice. You said that the feedback has been positive. The
Very
response
positive.
has been good.
Very positive.
Seeing that you live in the UK, the song is meant for the Ghanaian market. How often do you come here to promote the songs?
I think I come so far every year now. I was here last year. Interviewed here last year. So I'm trying to come earlier because my songs are, some are in Twi and some are in English. It has the international face and then the local face as well. But I think more importantly, I want my local people to connect with myself, and I connect with them because some of the songs are in Twi. So, which is why we are here, and we try to come as often as possible to be able to connect more with the people. In fact, we intend to bring Worshipers Praise to Ghana come next year. Yes.
That's nice. So you're here for Christmas?
I'm here for Christmas.
Are you playing any shows this season, this festive period?
Just finished one on the 20th. Then I have another one in the Kumasi with a church called the Blessed Baptist Church, which is going to be a big show. I think about 600 people there.
Oh, that's nice. Well done. What is the future like for Francisca Amwa?
The future is bright. We've got a movement, foundation that also sits under the umbrella of Francisca Amwa Ministries. And our foundation is concentrating on fixing the roads in Ghana. Surprisingly, I use Accra Road a lot, and it is my goal that we will be able to raise the flag next year and attention for the government to see the fact that people's lives matter, and that the lives that we are losing on the Accra Road comes to a halt by the Accra Road getting fixed as soon as possible. Also bringing Worshipers Praise to the Ghanaian people is a powerful program we do in the United Kingdom, and I believe that it will be good. People will benefit from it, bringing it down here. So the future looks bright. More songs on the way. We have 1 song ready for Easter. So yeah.
Thank you very much, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Francisca Amwa is a gospel artist. She's been talking to us. Okay, thank you. Yes, you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to talk about Your Love, my new song.
Oh, is that it? Is that what was playing?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that we were done. Okay, you have a new song. Is it out?
Yes, it's out. I think you have the video here, so I was hoping that it would be played. So Your Love is a beautiful piece.
Okay, I think we have it. So let's just quickly listen to it.
Yeah.
That's it?
No.
That's not it?
This is not it. This is one of the older ones, but we can still watch this one or talk about this one.
Okay, can we have Your Love, please?
It's a small piece, very beautiful one.
That's not it. Okay. I think is your manager here or something, or you're alone?
I'm alone.
Okay. Unfortunately we don't have it, but we'll find it and we'll play it on the show before the show. Tell us about your love.
Yeah. About the love that Christ has for us, that dependable love. Love is very crucial to our lives, but there's one love that is like a rock, unshakable. So your love is about the fact that no matter how far you are gone, there's this still love there that is dependable and you can lean on it. It's my personal life, that how far I was gone and Christ still loved me. And people wonder why God would choose someone like me to be a minister. But he came to die for me, and basically that's what the song is about. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah.
Please, let's find your love and play it before we wrap up the show. But before we go, let's do some quick birthday messages. Happy birthday to the love of my youth till we grow old together. If I am to choose a woman in my next life, I'll choose you again and again. You make marriage so easy and fun all the time. I will love you over and over again. From your husband, Don Pope, and the kids, we wish you a happy birthday, Mrs. Abigail Ekia Dankwa Asumeni. Happy birthday to the gorgeous Jennifer. As you start another chapter, I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. May God continue to guide and bless you abundantly. Keep shining bright and making amazing memories. Enjoy every moment of your special day. From Sami Makalik. Happy 30th birthday to Desmond Papayao Diewu, nurse at University of Ghana Medical Center. God richly bless you. To the man who stole my heart and continues to make me fall in love with him every day. Happy birthday, Mr. Richard Edem Aforsing, CEO of Elite Computers and Accessories. You are the epitome of love and passion. Your touch, smile, and kisses ignite a fire within me that can never be extinguished. I love you more than words can express. Your wife, Mrs. Veron Aforsing. And that's it for the show. Thank you so much. It's 3 days to Christmas. Be wrapping up on your Christmas shopping. We'll see you again same time tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., God willing. I am Serwaa Amihere. Have a good morning.